Welcome to In the Community with Tiffany Kay.
And we're back with another In the Community. I'm Tiffany Kay, and one of my favorite organizations is in here with me, Leashes of Valor. Of course, y'all brought a puppy, Greg, a golden retriever, and I may have to steal Greg on the way home, I'm just telling you. But Chris and Jason, thank you so much for coming back in with us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's start off with the generics, because if no one's heard of you all, I want them to know exactly what your mission is. What is Leashes of Valor? So whoever wants to start us off, go ahead.
Want me to do it, buddy? I can make it happen. Yeah, so Leashes of Valor, what we do is we provide service dogs to wounded and disabled vets from post 9/11 free of charge. Okay. We are an in-resident program, and what that means is we take the dogs from zero training to all the way to completely finished, and then the veteran will come to us from anywhere in the country to here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and stay with us for between 5 and 10 days, and we will teach them everything there is to know about utilizing their service dog, and then they are with us for life.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Chris and Jason, you both are combat veterans.
That is correct. Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you for, first off, thank you for your service. But also, can you tell us a little bit about your military experience? Either one. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, so I grew up here in Fredericksburg.
Okay.
We enlisted after high school. I was injured in Iraq in 2008, ended up losing my leg, and looking for a new purpose. And bounced around, trying to help different organizations with different programming. Found my way to Leashes of Valor about 2 years ago. It's been great ever since. You can't say enough about what these dogs do to help us get past things, and just being back in this community and seeing all the support that's come out of it is just been incredible.
That's amazing. And what about you?
I joined back in '99. Actually, I grew up about 2 hours from Fredericksburg in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay.
Enlisted in '99. The towers fell in '01, kind of changed everything. I deployed 3 different times, twice to Afghanistan, twice to Iraq, once to Afghanistan. Unfortunately, zigged when I was supposed to zag. Was medically retired 2013, 2012. But I actually got my first service dog before I was off active duty. I had a really awesome guy in charge in Quantico that helped me as I was medically retiring. And I was actually given Axel before I was off active duty. So that was pretty cool. And to see the benefits of what Axel did for me and then everybody else was fantastic.
And I wanted to get into that as well. You both have had service dogs, correct? Yep. Now, can you tell us a little bit about what they do for help you get through those situations, I guess you could say?
I mean, for Axel, he went through everything with me, and that is, medically retiring from the Marine Corps, getting off all of my different medications, things like that. A divorce, unfortunately, moving several different times, crazy stuff with our actual organization with Leashes of Valor. And then, unfortunately, we lost him back in January. But now our new facility is actually named after him. It's called Axel's Place. So that's...
Oh, wow.
It's super cool. But, our dogs and both of our service dogs can do any number of things. Obviously, there's the comfort level that's there of having someone by your side and the companionship. But it, boils down to any different tasks from, finding a wallet, waking you up from a nightmare, mobility, those different types of things. It's life-changing.
And Chris, what about you?
I probably never would have met Jason if it hadn't been for our service dogs. We were both in different realms. He was obviously doing the service dog route, and I was in the golf, and I was out fundraising, and I met him through different fundraisers, and our dogs always seemed to pull each other together. And it was funny how I didn't even know he would be in the room, but my dog would be pulling me to his dog because they were such great friends, and it developed about 10 years ago, and been hanging out ever since. Our dogs just got old, and for me, it was a gift of confidence. People stopped looking at me and seeing my disability and started looking at my black lab, and that in itself makes you feel less like self-conscious. The anxiety level comes down because it's not on you anymore. Like the attention is now on the animal. I know everybody wants to touch them; they're beautiful, but when they are working, you have to let them. You have to let them work because they are doing a job, and that's a big thing that we try to push. Is like everybody that helps us raise these dogs are imprinting like that work ethic into the dog. So when it goes to their veteran, like you watch it change their lives. Like You know, you have veterans that can't come out of their house or won't leave their house, and then all of a sudden they're taking their kids, you know, after being paired with a service dog, they're taking their kids to the park for walks. Like, they're donating their time to the local community. And that's all it is just a little bit of love, as we call it, to get, you know, these men and women back up on their feet and living a successful life.
Dogs are amazing animals in general for anybody who has an animal, you know, whether it's for a service dog or just a family dog. So to hear how the dogs brought you two together is such a cool story for that.
I think we met in Ocean City probably back in 2014.
Wow.
And our dogs were actually playing on the beach, and we got in trouble because of it. So,
of course.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we're all connected in some way, and for us it was our dogs that really led us into this, and this is what we're doing. This is our passion, and just helping those that we can find and need this service from us.
So you would say that's why Leashes of Valor was founded? To help
yes. Yeah, I would say that's one of the biggest reasons. We've seen what it can do. We've seen the power of these dogs. We've been a part of, you know, several different other service dog organizations, and above all else for us, it comes over quality over quantity. It's making sure that these dogs are highly trained, because in the end, you're not supposed to know that they're there.
Right.
So ensuring that quality over quantity is met is another real big reason why Leashes of Valor was founded.
Okay.
It's unfortunately incredibly expensive.
We're gonna get into that.
But it's also incredibly rewarding. And to see these dogs, I mean, Greg here is, I think Kristen said 4 months old. I thought 3, but hey. To see what he is already doing at the level that he is and how young he is, when he is 2 years old and ready to go out, is going to be just absolutely phenomenal.
Wow. And Greg has a special story. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so a lot of our dogs, they have legacy names. We try to pay homage to those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Greg is actually named after Greg Hellman.
Okay.
He was a Marine that served with Jason in 2004 and sacrificed his life for America in Fallujah. So it's a namesake that we are directly paying to one of the men that Jason led in Iraq. So we have several others. Red is named after a pilot that went down in Iraq. Rosie is named after a Marine that lost their life when we were trying to pull out of Afghanistan. So in a way, these dogs carry more than just a pretty face. They carry a legacy, and it's a legacy of, you know, always being there when called upon, even if, you know, when it costs you everything. So that's how we've been doing the last couple of years, is trying to make our names that we choose as impactful as possible, to really tie it up together of, you know, what we're doing and who we're doing it for.
Just another way that Leashes of Valor is very unique. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm speaking with Chris and Jason with Leashes of Valor. Now, you were just talking about incredibly expensive, so let's get into that a little bit. How long does it take, and how much does it cost for a service dog?
Yeah, so for most of our dogs now, we try to rescue as many as possible. And actually, the 6 puppies that we rescued in February, one of them will end up being my service dog, Maverick. He's not here today because he's being a hyper teenager, so that's okay.
Great name, by the way.
That right?
Great
I think
name.
It's fantastic. It takes, I mean, we got him when he was 14 weeks old, but he will not be ready for until he's at least 2.
Okay.
And for us, we spend about roughly $15,000 a year.
Oh my God.
What we usually tell people, it's about $25,000 per dog to get these guys from start to finish.
Wow.
Like, it's unfortunately based on the time, everything that goes into them, the supplies, the medical care, and just the day-to-day training, because they have to be trained every day. So we have an incredible foster system that helps us with that, to help offset the cost. I mean, because if we had to pay for it every day, it would be upwards of $40,000 a dog. So,
oh my goodness.
it's fantastic what the community has helped us do. One of the great things that we did when we moved, was those 6 puppies. We had people at Axel's place at 06 in the morning helping us let them out to go to the bathroom, get them fed, and just everyday exercise because we had 6 puppies that were 14 weeks old.
Yeah, so very active puppies.
Yeah, very. And God bless them, they were, some of the best puppies we've ever had. They were so chill and relaxed and just wanted to, hang out in your lap. So it was really cool to see the community come together and help us with that.
Now, why did you pick Fredericksburg to move to for Axel's place?
So we were actually down in Caroline County.
Okay.
I medically retired out of Quantico, so we were here. We had a fantastic facility down in Caroline. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, it was just too far away.
Okay.
If we had gotten those puppies and at that same facility, it would have been all on me to do that. And I love puppies, but man, that's a lot of work.
Puppies are the most energetic you can have.
But there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes into this, not just watching the puppies, unfortunately. So being able to move up into the community here, we looked at Richmond, unfortunately. There wasn't enough space. And for Fredericksburg, we have a lot of local ties here, Palace Furniture, and several other awesome companies that have been behind us since we've moved. It's been fantastic.
Well, we love having you here. So
Love it.
excited. And Chris, let's talk a little bit about after the service dog is fully trained, what happens next? What's the application process? Who can apply? Certain things like that.
So the application process is basically online. You apply. It's a Match.com for service dogs. I need to know. Yeah, we need to know what your day to day is like. Where the need is, so we can finish polishing that dog for that need.
Okay.
As Jason was saying, we don't really know what these dogs are going to be till they're about 2 years old. That's when they seem to really settle into like what their niche is. Like, are they high energy? Or are they low energy? Are they potatoes? Are they just going to lay there? Or do you have a dog that, needs to actually work? Like you're going to take them out and you're going to work every day. But,
Okay.
that process, the applications, obviously, it takes us so long to train a dog that, it is a lengthy process. Like we do our best to try to find those people that these dogs will directly and efficiently impact their lives. We've all tried therapies. We've all tried all that. When it comes down to it, like reading the application, that this dog's going to change a life, and that's what our end game is. That's what our impact is. Is every single one of our dogs is so good that we've had 100% success rate. We haven't had a single dog returned.
Oh wow.
Or lost. Knock on wood, a veteran after they've received a dog.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And I want to get to your tagline really quick, but first, what's the website that people can go to for that application?
Leashesofvalor.org.
Awesome. And your tagline is "One leash saves 2 lives." Can you tell me a little bit about that? I know you were just kind of saying it.
So what we try to do, our goal is always to adopt as many dogs as we can.
Right.
Whether that's from a shelter or a bad situation, these dogs seem to find their way to us, and it's been even better with the outreach here in Fredericksburg. The local community is always giving us options, which is great. Unfortunately, we euthanize way too many dogs per day in this country, and not every dog will go to college, but every dog needs a job. Right. So what we try to do is find those dogs that maybe have fallen through the cracks and try to teach them up to become a lifesaver for those of us who have fallen through the cracks.
Okay. I love that. Wow. Powerful. I'm speaking with Chris and Jason with Leashes of Valor. I wanted to talk a little bit about the matching campaign that you're doing throughout the end of the year. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. As soon as Greg gets out of my lap. What are we doing, buddy? You want some treats?
Greg wants to be part of the interview.
Right? Come on. I know you want to talk. But
it's his spotlight time.
Our matching campaign is doing awesome. So we have several different benefactors that are helping us tremendously. So every dollar that you are donating today and up until January 1st, is that correct, Kristen? December 31st. All right, sorry, just make sure I get the date right.
No
we'll
problem.
be matched. So if you donate a dollar today, it'll be $2 tomorrow. If you give me $5, it'll be $10.
Okay.
So, and we have a matching campaign. It's going all the way up to $20,000. So I think we're sitting at roughly 15,200 is what I saw.
Wow.
So if we can get that all the way up to 20,000, that actually comes out to 40 grand. So it would be a huge success for Leashes of Valor.
That's amazing. And where can people donate? Just right.
Oh, you just got to go to the website, leashesofvalor.org, and it should pop up right there. It'll say double your impact. You just click the donate button, and boom, you're done.
Awesome.
So
hey,
super
that's
easy,
especially for the giving season, you know?
Exactly.
That's where we're at. I think you'll make it there. Now, especially speaking of the giving season, what are different ways the community can get involved besides that?
Oh, there's tons of ways. One of the big things is we're always pushing for fosters. I know I spoke about a little bit earlier. They are really a crux of our program, so getting fosters to help us out. I know a lot of people like to see where their money's going, so another thing is you can go onto Chewy.com. We have a specific dog food. They can click on that and have it delivered to us right away.
Okay.
They can do it as a monthly thing, which is awesome. We're starting a new thing where we'll have volunteers once a month come out to Axel's place to help do beautification, different projects that we have there. So that's always something. So any of that, I know our wish list is out there. We have a Walmart and an Amazon wish list. So if they go to our website, again, leashesofvalor.org, it should be right there, and they can help with anything like that.
Awesome. And are businesses able to get involved too?
Absolutely. We always need local businesses to help out. Obviously, monetarily is awesome, but getting the word out to help tell everybody about their customers, about Leashes of Valor is also a big one.
Okay.
We have a couple of different campaigns that we'll be launching after the first of the year.
Okay.
Where we're talking to several different car dealerships, AC people, things like that, where for each service or car that they sell, a portion of that proceeds will come to Leashes of Valor. So stand by for that. We got some awesome stuff coming up.
That's amazing. Well, Chris and Jason, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
We love having you on. And of course, once again, it's leashesofvalor.org for any information that you may need.
Absolutely.
Help out with the matching campaign. And thank you for bringing Greg in too, because he was great.
He's been doing fantastic. So for 4 months old, he's done super good, and we're excited to see where he goes.
And I can smell the peanut butter is helping out over there too.
I will say
that's all I smell is peanut butter.
Always. Well, thank you guys so much.
And
thank you.
From all of us, thank you, and have a great Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And that'll do it for In the Community this week. If you are a nonprofit and need to bring attention to your cause or organization, please reach out through this station's website, and we will see you next week.